Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Noraila binti Muhammad Azrul, and today me and my groupmate will discuss about annuity. So the lesson outline for today is: first, we will discuss about what is an annuity. Next, three main types of annuity. Next, types of annuities based on timing of payments. And last, examples of questions. So what is annuity? Basically, annuity provides a stream of payments made out of an periodic basis, and it is a fixed sum or a fixed payment that will be made to somebody annually or monthly. Next, an annuity grows fund through a original lump sum payment or a series of payment made by customer. For example, the consumer is guaranteed by the lender that they will receive payments periodically or in a future date. Next, annuities are one of the main means of securing steady cash flows for a person when they enter retirement. For example, Mr. Josh just retired with pension plan in the form of an annuity payout. So, he will receive monthly payments for the rest of his life. As far as the private pension is concerned, expert says the annuity is an insurance contract that insure the policyholder against living too long. For example, in a return for a lump sum, the insurance company which is provide the annuity give the policyholder an annual income for the rest of their life. Let's move to the three main types of annuities. There are three main types of annuities, which is fixed annuities, indexed annuities, and variable annuities. For fixed annuities, insurance company pay a specific rate of interest while the account is growing, and payments are made periodically in a specific amount. Next is index annuities. Index annuities is credited with a return based on the performance of a certain index. The example is such as the S&P 500 Composite Stock Price Index. The last one is variable annuities. Variable annuities actually it allows a person to choose how to invest their purchase payments with a wide range of investment options. And the rate of the return and the amount received in payments depends on the performance of the investment options that were picked. Next, let's take a look about types of annuities based on timing of payments. There are two types of annuities based on timing of payments, which is first is annuity due and next is ordinary annuity. In the aspect of payment timing, for annuity due, payments are made at the beginning of each period, but for ordinary annuity, payments are made at the end of the period. For example, in annuity due, the example is rent payments or insurance premium often require payment at the start of each period. But for ordinary annuity, mortgage, car loans, and bank coupon payments are typically structured as ordinary annuities. Last but not least is interest calculation. In the aspect of annuity due, first of all, they are not same because the payments are made earlier for annuity due, and the amount earned interest for a longer period than in an ordinary annuity. But ordinary annuity, the amounts earned interest for one period less than annuity due. Okay, let's look together examples of questions. With example 1. First, we read the question, which is Mary plans to receive 2,000 annually for 5 years starting from the beginning of this year. If the interest rate is 4% per year, what is the present value? So, this question asks us to find present value. The formula for present value is R times 1 minus 1 plus I power of negative n over I times 1 plus I. So this is the formula, and we need to determine the information from the question. So 2000 is R, 5 is N, and 4% is rate, which is R. So to solve this question, we must write back the information that we got, which is RM 2000, N is 5, R is 4%, which is 0.04. So we must calculate I, which is 0.04 divided by 1 because it is annually. So from this information, we just substitute back into the formula. So RM 2000 times 1 minus 1 plus 0.04 negative 5 over 0.04 times 1 plus 0.04. So we calculate the answer by using calculator, and we should get RM's meet 9222.30. So the last step is we must get the conclusion or write the conclusion, which is the present value of the annuity is the answer that we got, which is RM 9222.30. So this is the first question. Next, we take a look at another question, but this time I want another student want to answer this question. So anyone?
Me, teacher, I want to ask. I want to answer the question.
Okay, come here. Okay. From the question 1, Alex is set to receive RM 1,500 at the beginning of each year for the next 4 years. If the annual interest rate is 6%, what is the present value of this annuity due? So based on the questions, we determine the value of R, which is RM 1,500, and which is the period is 4 years. R is 6%, which is 0.06, and R equals to I. So I 0.06 because it is yearly. So based on the formula, present value RM 1,500 times 1 minus 1 plus 0.06 4 times 4 over 0.06 times in bracket 1 plus 0.06. So after we calculate, we get RM 5,510.86 cents. So the last step, we write the conclusion. Therefore, the present value of the annuity due is RM 5,510.86 cents. Okay, that's all. Okay. From me, teacher.
Hello everyone, my name is Nushara Izin binti Muhammad Mazli. Today I will continue the next question. Question say, find the amount of an ordinary annuity of 12-month payment of RM 100 that's earned interest 12% per year compounded monthly. The formula we should use is ordinary annuity formula. For this formula is S is equal to R times 2 in the bracket 1 plus I to the power of N minus 1 divided by I. So we need to identify what is R, what is I, and what is N. The N stands for number of periods, while R is payment amount, and the last one is interest rate. The number of period for this question is 12 months. Okay. While the payment amount is RM100. Interest rate is 12% per year, but the formula for interest rate is I is equal to R over 12 because compounded monthly. So the R we get is 12% over 12 and we get 0.01. Then we just substitute as usual in this formula, and the last answer we get 1,268 ringgit 25 cent. And the last one, don't forget to put a conclusion. Therefore, the future value of the ordinary annuity is approximately RM 1,268 ringgit 25 cent. So we move to the question. Say if you save RM100 every month for 1 year at an annual interest rate 5% compounded monthly, how much will you have at the end of the year? This question use the same formula. So anybody wanna do this question?
Me, teacher, me.
Okay,
I want to
sure.
try it.
So
Okay. So for this question, we have to find number of periods, payment amount, and interest rate. So based on this question, we get number of periods is 1 year. 1 year, 12 months. Therefore, our number of periods is 12. Payment amount R is 100. Therefore, our R is RM100. Interest rate will be 5% but compounded monthly. Therefore, our I is 5% divided with 12. We get 0.004167. Then we just substitute this information into the formula. We get 100 times with 1 plus 0.004167 to the power of 12 minus with 1 divided with 0.004167. Then the answer is 1 RM 1227.89. Therefore, the conclusion is the end of the year 1 year I have is RM 1,227 ringgit 80 cent. Is it true, teacher?
Okay, let me check first, okay? Yeah, everything is true. Congrats.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Sabaria Shazani. So we move to the next question. Lisa deposits 200 ringgit at the end of each month of the savings account that earns an interest rate of 6% per year, compounded monthly. How much will she has in the account after 12 months? So the idea is, the first thing first is we have to determine the number of periods, payment amount, and interest rate per year. So our 200 ringgit will be our payment amount. And 200 ringgit. Interest saving account that earns an interest rate of 6%. 6% will be our interest rate. But the interest rate per period is the annual rate divided by the number of the compounding periods per year. So in this case, since the interest rate is compounded monthly, it will be 6% divided with 12. It will be 0.005. And the last one is number of periods will be 12 months. Then we just substitute it to this formula. It will be 200 ringgit times with 1 plus 0.005 to the power of 12 minus 1 divided with 0.005. And lastly, we will get the answer RM 2,467 ringgit point 112475. Then we round up to the two decimal places as it is represented money. We will get 2,467 ringgit 11 cent. And don't forget the conclusion. We will get, therefore, Lisa account will be approximately RM467.11 after 12 months. Okay, then we move to the next question. At the end of each month, Ali deposits 100 ringgit into a savings account that earns interest rate of 12% per year, compounded monthly. So this question, we use the same way as the previous question that I teach. So anyone who want to try?
Me for me.
Okay. Can you answer it?
Yes. Okay. Number of period for this question is RM. Number of period which is N is 12 months, while payment amount R is RM 100, and the last one is interest rate per year is 12% over 12 because 1 year is equal to 12 months. So we just substitute in this formula and we get as a RM 100 ringgit times 2 1 plus 0.01 and is 12 and minus 1 to the over 0.01. After we calculate in calculator, we get is RM 1,268 ringgit 25 cent. Okay, so don't forget to what, teacher?
Conclusion.
Yes. Okay, therefore this account will be approximately RM 1,268 ringgit 25 cent after 12 months. Is it correct, teacher?
Let me check first. So this is correct. And we substitute it right. And the conclusion. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Ashkin binti Anwar and I will proceed the topic of future value of an annuity due. So here the example 1 of future value. The question says that an annuity due consists of 6 annual payments of 500 each. The fund offers an annual interest rate of 5%. Determine the future value of this annuity due. From the given question, we found that the number of periods is 6 years because it's mentioned 6 annual payments of 500. So 500 is payment amount R, and the interest rate per year is 0.05. So from the formula here, S equals to R times 1 plus I to the power of N minus 1 over I times 1 plus I. So we substitute the value of the value that we found into the equations, and R equals to 500, I equals to 0.05, and N equals to 6. I equals to 0.05 and here 0.05. So after we calculate using the calculator, we get the answer is 3,571 ringgit. So we write the conclusions. Therefore, the future value of annuity due is RM 3,571 ringgit at the end of 6 years. We proceed to the second example. Samantha deposits RM thousands at the beginning of each quarter into her savings account. The account pays an interest rate of 4% per year, compounded quarterly. How much money will she have in her account after 3 years? So from the equations we that get analyzed, the number of periods is 3 years times 4, because the 3 years is number of years, and 4, which is it's compounded quarterly, means compounded 4 times, and we get 12 number of periods. So the payment amount here is RM thousands at interest rate per year equals to 0.04 over 4, because it's compounded quarterly, so we have to divide by 4 and we get 0.01. So we use the same formula from the previous question, and we substitute the value with the information we get into the equation, and R is thousands, I 0.01, and 12 over 0.01 times 1 plus 0.01. So after we calculate, we get RM 12,809.33 cents. So we have to write the conclusions here. Therefore, Samantha will have 12,809.33 cents in her account after 3 years. So next, for the simple questions, I want somebody to answer the questions. Anyone volunteer?
Me, teacher, me.
Okay, Alia want to answer the question. Okay.
So, the question, which is Sarah deposit RM 250 at the beginning of each year into a saving account. The account earns 3% of annual interest compounded yearly. How much will Sarah have in the account after 4 years? Okay, so I have already determined that RM 250 is R and 3% is I. So, the number of periods is 4. I got all the information, which is R equal to RM 250, I is 3%, which is 0.03, and the number of period N is 4. So, the formula of future value is S equal to R times 1 plus I in bracket power of N minus 1 over I times 1 plus I. So, I just substitute back what I got in the question into the formula. Okay, so RM 250 in bracket of 1 plus 0.03 power of 4 minus 1 over 0.03 times 1 plus 0.03. So, after I solved it using calculator, I got RM 1077.28. Last but not least, I will make a conclusion, which is Sarah will have RM 1077.28 in her account after 4 years. Is it right?
Let me check first. Okay. So the content here is correct. And yes, you get the actual answer.
Thank you, teacher.